My name is Randy Smith, and I'm a second-year student in the Physical Therapist Assistant Program. I graduated high school just like anybody else. Decided college wasn't in my future, wasn't what I needed. I was ready to go to work. One of my daughters had a brain injury, and she had to have a lot of therapy, physical therapy, speech, occupational, and through that, I knew that times were coming that I was going to have to do something different with myself. I'd had a back injury and wasn't able to perform my job as well as I used to be able to. And I knew there was a change coming after she passed away, and I reflected upon the happiness she got from the physical help and the mental help that was provided by all these different therapists. I set my mind to go back to school. Found that determination plays a big important factor in all this. Yeah, it's definitely been a journey, but it's one I wouldn't trade. At this point, I'm so glad I did this.
My name is Dr. Delita Johnson, and I am the Executive Assistant for the City of Jackson Domestic Violence Unit. Jackson State for me was the beginning to my educational journey. The teachers were wonderful. I had a lot of help from the teachers in pursuing my career and finishing my career. With that being said, I did eventually graduate from Jackson State with my mom in 2005, the highlight of my life. I was happy. But then I decided, okay, maybe this is not it for me. Maybe it's not. And so once again, my mother, who has been my muse throughout this journey, and my husband has been my support system throughout this journey, I decided to go to Union to pursue a bachelor's degree. And I graduated. I probably waited for almost a year before I decided to pursue my master's at Bethel University. So I finished my master's degree at Bethel. With my doctorate ended, I was conferred on October the 28th of 2018. My educational journey, the feeling is phenomenal. I'm so happy that I did this. I'm so happy that Jackson State was my beginning. I'm so grateful and thankful for the teachers that were there. Pursue your educational goals and make it happen. Make it happen.
My name is Hamilton Moore. I'm in the LPN program at the Tennessee College of Applied Technology here in Jackson, Tennessee. My inspiration to becoming a nurse is quite an emotional one, actually. I was working for the hospital here in Jackson, and then working for a gym as well, not really knowing what I wanted to do. And then my dad ended up having an accident, and I got a very worrying phone call at 4 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, saying that your dad's in the ER and that he can't see out of one of his eyes. And when I got to the ER, I was immediately surrounded by a bunch of nurses, and they came to me and they told me, you know, Hamilton, this is not a stroke, your dad hasn't had a stroke, it's going to be okay. And seeing the way that these nurses, or those nurses there at the ER, kind of took care of my family in such a trying time, that was the kick in the rear to me that let me know that I wanted to become a nurse. For someone who is looking to return to school, who maybe has had a couple of years in between going to school and then working, I understand how anxious it is, but the biggest thing is just to start.
My name is Tanya Mutter, and I'm a freshman at Jackson State Community College. I graduated high school in 1995 and then got married soon after that. My husband went to technology school, and we were living life like I thought we were supposed to live life. And then when I was 31, my husband died in a car wreck and life changed. So I have found myself evaluating where I need to go in life to be able to provide for my children and myself. And I chose to go back to school at Jackson State. My ultimate goal in applying for the Occupational Therapy Assistant program is to be able to help other people. I want them to know that they may lose some motor function, or they may not be able to do things that they used to be able to do, but there's still hope. They don't have to give up on life. There's still things they can do, and there's ways that we can help them to do the things that they want to do. My kids are getting older. They're mostly all of them are teenagers now, and I want them to see that even if they don't know what they want to do right this minute, I want them to pursue higher education and to do their best in life.
My name is Asia Ricketts, and I am a AMT co-op, and I'm part of the Engineering Systems Technology program here at Jackson State. I graduated high school at Clarksburg High School. It's a small town. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't really have a whole lot of interests at that time. So instead I just went into the working field. I started out working part-time jobs, and then I got a job in a factory. And I worked there for 5 years, learning all kinds of different hands-on, such as brazing and running a CNC machine. So I learned many different things working in the factory, and I wanted to start a career based off of that. I wanted to provide stability for my family. I am not your typical student. I am a mother of 2 and married, and so going back to school didn't seem like an option, but it's the only way that you can be successful nowadays. Like you have to push yourself out there a little bit harder in the short term to get to a better long term.